welcome to the first episode of the News Academy. So today we'll be talking about Sandy Hook school shooting. Sandy Hook school shooting, also the Newtown shooting of 2012, was a mass shooting that took place in Newtown, Connecticut in December 14, 2012. The shooting left 20 people dead and 2 injured. The shooter was named Adam Lanza, 20-year-old who took the life of his own mother, Nancy Lanza, a 50-year-old, before going to school and fatally shooting 21st graders, 6 staff members before taking his own life. The shooting was recorded as one of the 4th most deadly school shootings in US history. This was all the events that happened before he arrived at the school. Investigators claim that he shot his mother Nancy Lanza, probably in her sleep, as she was found in her bed, wearing pajamas in the home that the two shared in Newtown. She was shot 4 times in the head with a .22 caliber rifle. Where did you get the rifle, you ask? Well, it turns out that Nancy previously bought some firearms legally in her home. She bought the AR-15 civilian semi-automatic military M16 assault rifle, several other firearms that Adam Lanza would use later that day. After shooting off his mother, he took off in his mother's vehicle and arrived at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Shortly after 9:35 a.m., armed with his mother Bushmaster XM15 E2S rifle, he shot his way through a glass panel next to the locked gate entrance of the school. Reports claim that he was wearing black clothing, yellow earplugs, sunglasses, and an olive green utility vest. Some who were present during the attack initially heard the shots being fired through the intercom that was used for morning announcements. A few of the staff members were in a meeting at the time, but also heard the shots being fired. Principal Dawn Hochsprung, lead teacher Natty Hammond, and the school psychologist Mary Shellac still went to check just to make sure everything was okay. Sadly, everything was not okay. When they entered the hall, they encountered Lanza. A member who was nearby at the time initially heard the 3 women shout, quote, "Shooter, stay put," end quote, which allowed the other staff and saved their lives. A teacher hiding in a math lab also heard the school janitor, Rick Thorne, shout, "Put the gun down." Thankfully, Thorne was not hurt. Sadly, it wasn't the same case for everyone. Lanza killed the principal, Hochsprung, the school psychologist, Shellac. Lead teacher Hammond was first hit in the leg and another gunshot wound, but she survived. She laid down on the ground still, and she waited for everything to stay quiet before going to the conference room, pressing her body against the door to keep it shut. She was later treated at the hospital, at Danbury Hospital, but she survived. A 9-year-old boy reportedly heard the shooter say, "Put your hands up," followed by another voice that said, "Don't shoot." He claimed that he heard many people yelling and screaming and also heard gunshots over the intercom, while his classmates, his teacher and himself took refuge in the gym's closet. The school therapist Diane Day was shot in the leg across a hallway while closing a door. Lanza never entered her classroom, thankfully. After killing Hochsprung and Shellac, Lanza entered the main office but didn't see anyone. Well, we know this because there was a school nurse, Sarah Cox, a 6-year-old, who was actually hiding under the desk. She claimed that she saw Lanza enter the office and she saw his boots facing the desk, approximately about 20 feet away. He stood there for about 20 seconds before leaving. After he left, herself and the school secretary, Barbara Halstead, called 911 and then hid in the first aid supply closet for up to 4 hours, while janitor Rick Thorne ran through the hallways informing all classes. Now the classroom shootings. The first classroom Lanza entered was the 1st grade classroom, where Lauren Rosa, a substitute teacher, initially took all her students to the back of the room and tried to hide them in the bathrooms. When Lanza forced his way inside the classroom, Rosa and Rachel Davigno, a behavioral therapist who was employed for a week to work with special needs students, and 15 students from Rosa's class were found dead. 14 children were found dead at the scene, while 1 was taken to hospital, was later pronounced dead. Most of the teachers and students were found hiding in bathrooms. 6-year-old girl, who was a survivor, was found by police inside the classroom after the shooting. The girl's family pastor said that she survived by pretending to be dead and laying still. Well, that is actually quite a smart idea to do. Thankfully, she survived. So After she came out, she ran to her mum and said, quote, "Mummy, I'm okay, but all my friends are dead," end quote. I can't imagine what the girl went through. I mean, she saw her teachers die, her friends die, and she nearly got herself killed. I'm really thankful she is okay, but I just can't imagine what she went through. It must be a traumatizing experience for her. So, moreover, another girl was hiding in the classroom with two other teachers, heard a boy in the classroom shout, quote, "Help me, I don't want to be here," end quote, to which Lanza responded, quote, "Well, you're here," end quote, then followed by a sound of gunshots. Soon Lanza entered another first grade classroom nearby. At this point, we don't know what really happened because there are different stories and different reports claiming this happened, that happened. But here's one that I found, and we'll see how it's going. So the teacher was named Victoria Leigh Soto. She hid some of her students in a closet and bathroom. Some of the students were hiding under the desk, which is not the most safest spot to be hiding under during while a person is shooting. So Soto was walking back to the door to lock it. Unfortunately, Lanza barged his way through. When he saw the children hiding on a desk, he sadly shot them. First grader Jessie Lewis shot her classmate to run to safety, and several of them did. When Lewis was looking at Lanza, Lanza fatally shot him. Another account given by a surviving child's father claimed that Soto moved the children to the back of the classroom where she seated them down. When Lanza came in, neither of the classmates or teachers or Lanza spoke. He just looked at the students, and he looked at one boy who was seated below and pointed at the gun but never shot him. So we don't know why he didn't shoot him, but it turns out, well, people and officers claim that it's either because the gun was jammed or he was reloading. The child got up when he wasn't shooting and ran to safety, and he survived. Afterwards, a Hartford Courant report stated that 6 other children also ran outside of the classroom to run to safety after Lanza stopped shooting. Like I said, it's not known why he stopped shooting. So some of the earlier reports said that Lanza entered the classroom. Soto told him that all the children were in the auditorium. However, several children came out their hiding spots and to run to safety, but Lanza shot them. Soto put herself between the students and the shooter, but she also got shot. Anne-Marie Murphy, the special education teacher who worked with special needs students, and also Victoria, was found covering 6-year-old Dylan Hockley, who also died. Soto was found near the north wall with a little bunch of keys next to her, which I assume when she was trying to open the door, she got shot. One child was taken to hospital, was later pronounced dead. 6 other children, 6 surviving children from the class and the school bus driver was found taking refuge in a nearby home. According to the official reports that was released by the United States Attorney, 9 children ran from Soto's classroom and survived, while 2 children were found hiding in the classroom bathrooms. In all, 11 children from Soto's students were killed. That's all for today, you guys. So I'll be making a part 2 on this to make an update on this case. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!